Good morning. It's Wednesday, 6:18 a.m., May 4th, 2022 on the East Coast of the United States. I'm up early this morning because I'm going to go to yoga class today. Now, we're sort of working our way across the world here. We were in the Far East the last couple of days with, what did we have? We had Papua New Guinea and aged Sumatra. Okay, so I thought, well, let's move a little bit to the little west of those places, and we will have Kahawa ya Congo. Now, I looked up how do you pronounce this, and I found Kahawa. Anyway, this is the Congo coffee. This is what's called the Reviving Origins coffee that Nespresso is making. This, their Reviving Origins program is in collaboration with other groups to help revive the coffee regions of the world that have become really depressed because of whether it's been environmental or political or weather events or shifting in populations, whatever. Especially it's helping revive the growing of coffee, bringing clean water to these places, and just kind of in general, helping to raise them out of a very depressed level of life for the people there and the conditions. So I thought that was pretty neat. Anyway, let's get around to the actual coffee here. So this, I'll go ahead and read you what it says here. It says, Reviving Origins is our long-term program in which we partner with farmers to restore coffee regions. The fertile volcanic soils along Lake Kivu shores in eastern Congo are ideal Arabica terroir. The terroir means, like the soil and the climate and how much sun and the wind and the rain and all this sort of stuff. All the stuff that works together to make the coffee what we end up tasting. That's also a term, terroir, that's used with wine. Okay, but years of conflict and political instability left estates abandoned. Congo's potential for high-quality coffee was left to wither. Nespresso's Reviving Origins program joins with Kivu farmers and partners to support coffee communities in raising Congo coffee to its full stature, delivering the first organic coffee into our Reviving Origins range. Reviving Origins Congo is still a scarce treasure to behold, but we'll bring you more of this smooth organic coffee with its mild fruity note and alluring sweet cereal and nutty aromas. So this is, let's see, and it's an intensity of 7, and the, let's see, smooth with nutty cereal-like aromas, and with milk, the aromas transform into a light, sweet, and creamy cup full of biscuit notes, a hint of walnut, and a silky texture. So let me just say, I've been talking about, I'm going to show you where Congo is in just a second. I have been talking about the aroma and the flavor and all that of coffee. Oh, hey, look at this. Inside the package, they show you where Congo is. Isn't that clever? And there's a QR code that you can use to find out more. Oh, wow. Okay, and here's what the capsule looks like. Here, we'll go and take a look at where Congo is in the atlas, all right? Okay, so here's the world, righty? United States, North America, South America. There's Australia. Here's the Far East, where we were the last couple of days. Russia, Europe. Okay, here's Africa, all right? And here's what's called the Congo Basin because of the Congo River. Okay, there's Africa. Africa. Now the political map, which shows you the borders of the countries and where cities are. So, okay, there's South Africa, all right. Here's Congo, kind of right in the middle between North and South. Okay, Democratic Republic of the Congo. So I actually have done quite a bit of reading about the Congo because it's got quite an interesting history. It's an area that's rich in so many natural resources. So, of course, you know, back when European countries, for example, were colonizing and trying to take advantage of the various things that other countries in the world had to offer. The Congo had, you know, all sorts of missionary stuff going on and political stuff. And, oh, well, there's a lot of interesting history and some very sad history, too, to read about. Anyway, I find it to be a very interesting country, an area of the world, all kinds of animals, stuff like that. Okay, that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about the coffee. So I was reading, here, let me find this again. So when we read about coffee, we read about taste and aroma. And those two together, okay, like taste and aroma, make up the flavor. The flavor would be what's in the center. The taste, aroma, and the flavor is what's in the center of those two circles. So taste, obviously, you know, is your taste buds and what they sense. The water's heated up. Aroma involves your nose, your nasal passages, and even to where your nasal passages kind of meet your throat way in the back there. And all together, that's what makes up the flavor of the coffee. Now, let me say, you know, we've been joking about some of these descriptors, these words that can describe coffee notes, flavor and aroma, the notes that the coffee expert is taking down as he or she is tasting the coffee. Well, have you ever had, let's say, a cookie or some kind of cake that reminded you of a certain kind of fruit or vegetable, but it wasn't actually that fruit or vegetable, it just was reminiscent of it? What would be a good example? Okay, maybe something that has kind of tastes of vanilla or chocolate or strawberry or melon or nuttiness, but it's not that actual thing. It may not even have that in there. It just sort of is reminiscent of that. It makes you think of that. That's what the stuff is with the coffee, with these descriptions, okay? So like if it says it has wet tobacco leaf notes or vegetable or chocolate or woody, things like that, it doesn't mean that's what it tastes like. It means that it sort of brings that to mind, okay? So, like if you have a coffee with cereal notes, it's not going to be like if you mix a bunch of oats or wheat or barley or, you know, something like that with water and drank it. No, it's just that it reminds you maybe the flavor a little bit or the aroma of it. So, you know, don't get all whipped up over what these descriptions are. I just always recommend trying this stuff. So now, this is, you know, a special box, okay? Some of them have this stuff. Most of the boxes open from the end, and there's nothing to read inside. All right, one other box that opens like this is the Jamaica Blue Mountain, but there's nothing inside, okay? So you're not necessarily missing anything. But if it does open in an unusual way, hey, you know, take a look. All right, so I put the capsule in. I'm gonna run this as an espresso, okay? Oh, it's a nice thick crema there. Taste the crema. I just keep forgetting to plant my nose over that thing when it's brewing. I need to start doing that so I can get a better idea of the aroma. I don't know. I think I'm partially smelling my hand when I do that. All right. Kind of giving it a swoosh around. Okay, I'm starting to appreciate the words that are used to describe coffees and what I'm tasting, because I'm tasting this and I'm going, there's something about this that tastes familiar, like maybe another coffee that I've had, but I don't remember which one it was. Maybe I need to start, you know, actually, there are some lists available on the internet, and I actually have some of them on my computer, where it gives you all the Nespresso capsule information. You know, it gives you the caffeine, the intensity, the various flavor notes, tastes, aromas, the origin, and what would be the character, the coffee character, which is almost like the personality of the coffee. I think I need to start looking at one of those lists and put together the ones that seem to be more alike, and maybe try some of those coffees, you know, make a cup of one that's supposed to be similar to another one and compare them to sort of get a better idea, so that when I taste something I can go, oh yes, this reminds me of that other coffee, and they had this certain, you know, flavor to them. Okay, so now let me get some milk out, because what did it say here? It said, with milk, the aromas transform into a light, sweet, and creamy cup full of biscuit notes, a hint of walnut, and a silky texture. Okay, that sounds good enough to me. All right, let me get my milk here. And of course, I have not been using, for the most part, cow's milk. I usually use a plant-based milk. This is almond milk, and I use the lower fat milks. I don't like to have sweetening added to them or anything. Okay, did it say a dash of milk? What did it say? Just said with milk. All right, so there's a little bit of milk there. I may need to pop it in the microwave, we'll see. Okay, I am now drinking cool coffee, and I really would much rather have it be hot. Let's see, we'll give this 15 seconds and see how that does. So, isn't this pretty? The box that they have it in. Wish they had that kind of design on the capsule. Why do I wish that? You know what? Let me go over and show this to you real quick. Oh, wait. Let me try the coffee. I don't want it to be cooling down. Then I will show you why I always hope, here, why I always hope for pretty capsules. Whoops. Here we go. Oh, that's plenty hot. Let me take a little sip here. I definitely like it better with the milk. Oh my goodness. Now, I'll show you why I'm always hoping for pretty capsules. You sort of caught a glimpse of this before. I'm working on another picture here, you know, kind of like the one that I did up here. So, you know, I'm always hoping that they're going to have some kind of pretty color or design. Anyhow, so that is Kahawa or Kahawa, Congo, one of the Reviving Origins coffees from Nespresso, which I think is good with some milk. So, you know, give it a try. Talk to you later.